We often think of birth as the ultimate beginning, the moment life truly starts. But what if that's not the full story? What if the real origins of who you are start right after birth, in a hidden biological conversation between you and the world around you? Let's dig into this. When a baby is born, their entry into the world isn't just a physical transition. It's a complete reboot of their biological system. Think about it. For 9 months, a baby has been floating in a warm, controlled environment. Their lungs have never taken a breath. Their digestive system has never processed food. Then, in an instant, everything changes. Air rushes into the lungs, light floods the eyes, and gravity pulls on the body for the first time. But there's an even more fascinating change happening on a microscopic level. As a baby passes through the birth canal, they're coated in their mother's bacteria, a process called microbiome transfer. These aren't just random germs, they're a carefully evolved toolkit. These bacteria kickstart the baby's immune system, teaching it to recognize threats and helping it avoid attacking its own body. They help digest food, breaking down complex sugars in breast milk that the baby's body alone couldn't handle. And they might even play a role in brain development, influencing everything from mood regulation to stress response. Scientists have found that babies born via C-section, who miss out on this natural bacterial bath, often develop different microbiomes. And this difference isn't just skin deep. Studies have shown correlations between C-section births and higher risks of asthma, allergies, and even certain metabolic conditions. To address this, some researchers are experimenting with a fascinating practice swabbing C-section babies with their mother's vaginal bacteria, essentially recreating the microbiome transfer outside of the traditional birth process. Early results suggest this could help bridge the microbial gap, but the science is still evolving. But bacteria are only part of the story. The newborn brain is astonishingly plastic, meaning it's still shaping itself, building the architecture that will support thought, memory, and emotion. In those first days and weeks, sensory experiences are crucial. A newborn's world is a wash of light and sound, touch and temperature. When a baby hears their mother's voice or feels skin-to-skin contact, it's not just comforting, it's programming neural pathways. These early interactions help lay the groundwork for social and emotional development. There's even evidence that the 4th trimester, those 3 months after birth, is a kind of extension of pregnancy, but outside the womb. Human babies are born uniquely underdeveloped compared to other mammals. A foal, for example, can stand within an hour of birth. A human baby? It's completely dependent. Scientists believe this is an evolutionary trade-off. Our big, complex brains need more time to develop, but our narrow pelvises mean babies have to be born earlier, before the head gets too large. So the first few months of life are essentially an external gestation period, with the outside world serving as a new kind of womb. But here's the kicker. These early moments might not just influence how a child grows up, they could shape health and behavior for a lifetime. Studies on epigenetics, how environment influences gene expression, show that experiences in infancy can switch certain genes on or off. Stress in early life, for example, can alter how the body manages cortisol, the stress hormone, well into adulthood. Conversely, nurturing care can lead to a more resilient stress response, highlighting just how crucial those first interactions are. It's a humbling thought that who we are isn't just written in our DNA, but is co-authored by our earliest experiences. It makes you wonder, how much of who we become is decided before we can even form a memory? And if those earliest moments are so pivotal, what does that mean for how we think about nature versus nurture? Are our lives shaped more by the genes we inherit or the bacteria we absorb? By the voices we hear or the environments we inhabit? If this kind of deep dive into the hidden systems that shape our lives, from the microscopic to the cosmic, gets you thinking, hit follow for more.